Okay. Oh, no. Hi everyone. I know I already did my base and I actually just filmed a video before doing this one yesterday. I haven't even edited that video yet, but I had to sit down and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. So this, for anyone who's been hiding under a rock, is the At Forest Sight palette by Colourpop in collaboration with RawBeautyKristi. I have been watching her for so long and I'm just so happy for her because she has genuinely wanted this since like the beginning. I haven't swatched it. I've opened it. All I do is like open it. I got it yesterday. I just open it and I look at it and I'm just like, takes my breath away. I'm gonna take the film out. And then I just put it back because I wanted to wait to use it on camera so that my first reaction, this color, Let It Rain, is so beautiful. They're all so beautiful. When I initially saw this palette, I was so excited by like the greens in here. This one, Evergreen, Fiddlehead, Emerald City, and then pretty much the entire, I was excited for everything, and I was so excited for Kristi herself. Congratulations, I feel like 2020 was Kristi's year. Like 2020 has been horrible for everybody else except for Kristi. So I'm so happy for her. Bought this, Kristi. Put that money in a savings account for little RawBeautyKristi for his college fund, okay? So that's from me. So I just wanted to go in. I already did my base and everything because like I said, I want the focus to be on this palette and I'm so excited. So without further ado, let me prime my eyes and I'll get into it. So anyway, I've zoomed in a little bit so you guys can see a bit better. I hopefully will still be in frame because sometimes I forget and I accidentally get out of frame. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen this time. I already have an idea of what I want to do with this palette. I also really wanted to get the green and the brown eyeliner as well as one of the Super Shock shadows, but they were sold out by the time I got there. It was just, I think everyone was so excited for this palette. Kristi, you so deserve it. I have tried, anyway, so I have an idea of what I want to do already. My first look with this palette, I'm also wearing green for Kristi. I've been really in a green mood, but anyway, without further ado, let me get into what I want to do. So I'm taking Chanterelle, and I'm just working that as my initial color. Ooh, in the crease. I'm actually really, I'm surprised by this color pigment. I was using another mustardy shade this week. I've been really into greens and mustards and all of the, like all Kristi colors, and I think it's just because of her. Kristi, what have you done to us? Okay. But I was using one from a different brand. I don't know if I want to name it. I'm not going to name it. And it just would not show up very well on my skin. And so I was like trying it out, remembering that I had bought this palette, and I was like, dang, what if the colors don't even show up on my skin? Because I don't know, I'm not white. I'm not even that I'm not dark either. Like that's the thing. And I think that's what offends me a lot. Just like complete side note. Nothing to do with Kristi at all. But I hate it when I get palettes or eyeshadows and they don't show up on me, or even like foundation colors and I'm like pretty far into the foundation range. Like I'm like in the almost touching the deep category, and I get mad because I'm like, I'm literally not that dark. I'm not dark. I'm not that dark. So I can only imagine how difficult it is for people who are of a deeper complexion, because I'm like, if it's hard for me, God knows what it's like for someone who actually has a deeper complexion. So just side note, these are showing up so wonderfully. This one color is already showing up so wonderfully on my eye. I'm just creating the shape that I normally make, the shape that I like the best and I find is the most complementary to my eye shape. I did kind of rush to film this video because like I said, I got it yesterday, kind of last night, so I couldn't film because it was already dark. And then I was like, and then I noticed that today had really nice lighting, and I felt, like I said, I filmed a video a couple days ago and the lighting was really bad because I procrastinated, and I ended up having to film on a cloudy day instead of a sunny day. And so now that I saw that it was like sunny and nice and the lighting was nice, I was like, okay, can't let this opportunity go. I've already learned my lesson. All right, now I'm taking the color Puffball and I'm working that into the outer and inner corner, kind of creating a halo eye that Kristi is really well known for. I honestly, okay, just to take a moment, when I watched her reveal video, first of all, I was shook because I was like, I cannot believe that Kristi has another fire collab coming out all in 2019, or I almost said 2019, all in 2020. Like, it's so crazy to me that she has managed to do all of this and in the middle of a pandemic and while pregnant. Oh my god, it's just so crazy. Like, I know that she didn't do it all like within the past couple of months. Like, I'm sure that this, well, actually she was talking about how in her reveal video that this has kind of been they've been talking about it for about a year now, but it was still just like so crazy. I did not get her first collab with Pure Cosmetics just because I felt like the colors were really nice on the like natural side, but the colorful side I wasn't feeling quite as much, and I didn't want to get a whole palette where I wasn't in love with pretty much every single color. And then she dropped this one and I was like, girl, I love me some Colourpop and I love these colors. There's not a single color in this whole palette that I do not love. So I'm so happy. Can you tell how excited I am? She's never gonna see this. Oh my god. Kristi, if you're watching this, I would die. I would die 1,000 deaths, as you say. You know what? I'm going to put it out into the universe because Kristi put it out into the universe in her video that she was going to work with Colourpop one day, and I'm going to put it out into the universe. I'm going to meet you, Kristi, one day. One day. And I promise not to call you a bitch. Like you did to Jet. Shout out to anyone who knows exactly what I'm referencing. So I'm just taking the color, like I said, Puffball, into the inner and outer corner, creating a nice halo effect. And now is when I'm going to crank it up a notch. I'm going to take, where's my brush? Here it is. I'm going to take a small little kind of fluffy, but also a little bit dense pencil brush, and I'm going to dip that into Rainer. And I'm also going to put that into the inner and outer corners and just building up that warmth and also more of the shape that I want. And then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush and just kind of diffuse that color. I so wish I had gotten one of the Super Shock shadows, but I tried. I don't know, I guess I was late to the party. Sorry, Kristi. I'll be checking them out once they come out again. It just wasn't in the cards this time. I even thought about getting a like Urban Decay liner, like their colorful light on, what are they called? Like the 24/7 liners. I wanted to get one in like a brown and a green, but then I was like, no, I don't have any Colourpop eyeliner, so I don't know. So I figured it'd be good to get one eventually and kind of, like I don't mind waiting so that I could try them out and see for myself if I like them, because they're so much more affordable than the Urban Decay ones, even though I really do like Urban Decay's formula. I also know that everyone and their mother has already talked about this, but I love the concept that she did for this palette in particular. Like, I love that it's so her. It's like not just her, but it's what she loves. It's the Pacific Northwest. I think honestly this palette was like it looks like and it feels like a love letter to the state of Washington in many ways, and to the Pacific Northwest, and to mushrooms. But I love that. I love that Kristi, I love that you can tell that she made this palette, because it's like everything that we know that Kristi loves. And I love that too. God, I'm such a freak. No wonder no one watches these videos. I'm also trying to use a good number of the shades in this palette. I want to showcase as many of them as I can. So I'm going to take the color Fiddlehead. Ooh. These shadows do have a good, I mean, they don't have a good amount. They have some kickback, but it's not a lot. And I find that if you just tap it off, like on anything before you apply it, you don't have to worry about fallout at all. If anyone has never tried a Colourpop palette before, that's kind of how they generally work. I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line. This is such a beautiful color. Oh my god, Fiddlehead. It's funny because I've been looking for like a good green color for a minute now. I've been really into green for like, I want to say like all of 2020. I've just been really drawn to the color. I've been so into plants and like green things recently. But I hadn't for the longest time found like the perfect green shadow that I had like in my mind. Till Kristi showed up with Fiddlehead, and now I'm in love. All right, so now I'm taking the same fluffy brush as before, and I'm going to dip in between Chanterelle and Rainer, and use that to buff out underneath my eyes. And we're not done yet. Now I'm taking my finger, and I'm gonna, oh my god, just the most beautiful color. I fell in love with, like I said, this color the moment I saw it in her reveal video. This was like I don't even think it's translating on camera how beautiful this color is as well. Because this color surprised me when I opened up the package. But anyway, I'm saving this for another day to be continued. But I'm taking the color Evergreen on my finger, and I'm putting that into, oh, it's so beautiful! Putting that into the center of my lid. Yes. Oh, this color is everything I wanted. All right, but we're still not done. No, 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 no. No, ma'am. I'm also going to take on, if I can find my brush, I'm going to take an angled brush, and I'm going to start with Fiddlehead, but I think I'm also going to dip into Emerald City, and I'm going to make a wing. This is where I wish I had been able to get my hands on the liner, but I was just too slow. I think, you know what happened is, like, because we're all in quarantine, like, time doesn't exist. And so, like, I knew that this was coming out, obviously, because she had announced it and I'd seen it and I was so happy and blah, blah, blah. But it was like, yeah, launching on November, what was it, like the 10th or something? And I was like, I don't know what that is. Time doesn't exist. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. I'm noticing as I'm dipping into Fiddlehead, like the pan is moving. I hope it doesn't fall out. I don't think it's falling out. It's not, I mean, I don't think it's not falling out, but let me see if I can show you. It's not going to do it again, but the pan was moving. It's kind of weird, but it's fine. because it's still... Alright, and now I'm taking the color Emerald City, which is much more of like a blue tone green. I'm going to take that mostly on the outer part of this wing, just to give it a little bit more definition. It's funny because Emerald City is definitely much more of like a jewel tone. Like I said, there's a lot of blue in it, but it's so pretty. The reason why I say this is because like normally I don't like jewel tones on my face, but not this one. Okay, so I'm going to take another pencil brush, a more precise one, and I think I'm still going to take the color Evergreen. And I'm just going to put that right in the center of my lower lash line. So now I'm just going to finish with lashes and mascara, and I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Why did I say that? Why did I point? I don't know. I think I've been watching too much like president stuff and they always point. Anyway. Alright, I'm all done. I did my mascara, put on some lashes because Kristi always has her really nice fluffy lashes, so I am following suit. And overall thoughts. I absolutely adore this palette. Kristi, you did such an amazing job. I love the color scheme. I love everything about it. I also am really impressed with the color payoff, although that is nothing new for Colourpop. Colourpop is just a really, really great and affordable brand, and you really get a lot of what you pay for. And I was about to say, I think it's gonna dethrone my Yes Please palette as my favorite palette, just because this one, I just, there's so much love that went into this, and you can tell. And even though I love this palette, it's so dirty and I loved it. I think this is a great like summer palette and like fun, and it's great for the summer. You can definitely transition it into fall, and then this is what you wear in the fall and the winter when you want to be cozy. And you can just think of Kristi and her cozy cats in her cozy cabin in the cozy woods. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. But before I go, I just kind of wanted to end my video on a high note. So Kristi in her video mentioned that she put it out there into the world the first time she tried Colourpop, that she wanted to collab with Colourpop, and here she is. She did it. And so in the comments below, I want to hear what you guys want to throw into the universe. What are your aspirations? What's something that you're going to throw out there as a goal? Maybe not for 2020, maybe not for 2021, but one day it's going to happen. I think for me one day I'm going to have my own company, and one day I'm going to meet you, Kristi. You just wait and see. That sounded really weird and like threatening, but in the best way. I'm going to put it out there. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. To the one person who isn't myself and my boyfriend, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Check out my Instagram, follow me over there, and I'll see you guys very soon.